I don't want you to fall. What's up? I've got little Belly here with me. Thanks, Belly. She got up, she didn't want me to bug her. So I decided to make a little video right now because I was thinking about something earlier. Well, maybe I look better over here. I don't like this angle. Yeah, so I was thinking about, I had it in my mind and now I can't remember what it was. So I was just thinking about how I have gotten messages before where, now Tiki's up here. I've gotten messages before or sometimes I hear from my friends or I've heard stories or I just hear people talking about it, how they can't or they're not compatible with their significant other or something, and it just got me thinking. I read an article today that said something about like if you love going to the bars and you love drinking and you go like literally every day or every weekend or whatever it is, then you decide to get into a relationship with a recovering alcoholic, you know, you're gonna have to make some life changes. You're gonna have to make changes as you can't go to bars as much, you can't drink as much because you're now dating somebody who, you know, was dealing with alcohol and drinking. And so the article was saying that you're gonna have to make a lot of life changes, and if you're not willing to make those life changes and put in that effort and doing things for the person because you genuinely want to do them, then, you know, don't date a recovering alcoholic. And I think that just brought up the whole point of me thinking about how sometimes we really want to make things work with someone and then we realize that we're not compatible with them and then we like get really discouraged. I think I just wanted to get on here and just remind you that if it's not working out with somebody or it hasn't worked out with somebody, you keep going. You know, there's a lot of people in life, and if you're just not compatible with somebody, then you're just not compatible with somebody. There's not many ways to make it work. If it works, it will work. If it doesn't work, it will eventually, it may work at the beginning and then it may not work out after all, and that's just life. That's just how things work. So if it's meant to be, it will work out. If it's not meant to be, then soon enough, if it's not, you know, happening now, it may happen in the future where things just start to clash and they just don't work out. And that's okay, you know, that's okay. That might be hard to take in at the moment. Look at these two. It might be hard to take in the moment, you know, and think about it and actually see it for what it is, but eventually you'll definitely get to see why it didn't work out with anybody else. The one thing I always love to say because it's so meaningful and it's so powerful is, have you ever heard that quote that says, and don't quote me because I always get it wrong, it says something along the lines of, one day someone will walk into your life and make you understand why it never worked out with anybody else. I mean, it probably says it like much nicer and much prettier, but like you get the gist of it. Like it's, somebody's gonna walk into your life and I'm just gonna show you all the reasons why it never worked out with anybody else in your past and it was meant to be with this person. Some people don't believe in that, but you know, if you do, then just keep that in your heart and in your mind to make you, you know, see that things are possible, and you have to stay optimistic and you have to stay positive. And yes, you may be going through a sad moment right now where you're just feeling so distraught and sad and unhappy, and that's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel what you're feeling, and it's important to grieve and feel the feelings that you're feeling. Whatever kind of feeling it may be, it's very important, especially when you're feeling a lot of pain. It's very important to feel that pain and to know that it exists and to know that it's there. It's also as important, if not more, to push yourself to move forward and to get through the pain and without covering it and just dismissing it, because like I always say, if you dismiss the pain, it can eventually, most likely will come back and bite you in the booty, and you don't want that. So grieve your losses if you're going through something. If you lost somebody that you really like or love, or whatever the case may be. Bella's itchy! But yeah, most recently I just started just thinking like everybody comes into your life and everybody plays a part in your story, and those who have important roles will stay and will be there forever, and some will just be memories and some will just form a part of the chapter in your life, and once one chapter closes or ends, then the next one starts, and you are in control of writing that story. So don't allow anyone else that has been in the past or anyone else to take control of the writing of your story. Write it yourself. Yes, certain people will have a huge impact on what your story is, your story of your life story, your story of life is going to be, but you are the author of that story, and you know, it's important to not let anybody change that, take over. I don't really know where this went. I don't know where this went. It's like 8 minutes and 51 seconds of me just saying random things, but I think it's important to hear. I don't really have a topic, but I do think that I guess I just wanted to say, if you realize that you're not compatible with someone, it's okay to move on and to find someone new when you're ready to find someone or that person that's meant for you. And remember that if the next person is not it, there's always a next person and the next person, and you never know. The next person after the next person might be it. You don't know. You just never know what the future holds. and you gotta keep going. And you gotta push yourself even when you don't want to move forward, but you kind of have to, because life goes on and life will keep going on with or without you. So I think it's very important that you do what you can to help yourself, because more often than not, nobody's gonna help you unless you help yourself first. I know I say this so much, but learn from every event in your life, everything that happens. If you just went through a relationship or whatever it could be, or you lost a friendship, learn from that friendship, learn from your mistakes, and learn from the mistakes of others, you know, and apply it to your life and keep going with life. Just keep it in mind and in your conscious and in your heart. And of course, nobody ever wants to hear, like, there are millions of other people out there in the world, but it's true, there are millions of other people in the world, and one of them is meant for you. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't think I didn't answer any questions. I kind of just wanted to come on here and just kind of talk about that, because I just started thinking about everybody that has felt this way or is feeling this way right now, and I thought that maybe something I said could help, and so I just decided to come on here and say that. I don't know if it helps, but I hope that it helps at least one person. So if you know anybody that needs to hear this, or, you know, could benefit from seeing this, please send it to them. Well, I'm gonna go. I don't know what the heck I even did here, but I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time here on my video and clicking play. I love you guys so much, and don't forget to follow me on my social medias, please. As always, if there's one thing I want to call to mind, there are actually 3. No matter the highs or lows, always be certain to do good. Be grateful and stay humble. I'll see you guys next video.